A ship seized by migrants in the Mediterranean has now arrived in Malta. Maltese forces earlier boarded the small tanker and guided it to a port in the capital, Valletta. More than 100 migrants are on board, including 12 children. Refugees were picked up on Wednesday by the Turkish merchant vessel. However, when they learned they were going to be returned to Libya, they then seized control of that ship and set course for Europe. Italian Interior Minister Matteo Salvini called the incident piracy.
Il primo atto di pirateria.
It is the first case, the first act of piracy, of delinquency on the high seas, with immigrants asking for help, who were rescued by this merchant ship flying a foreign flag 6 miles from Tripoli. They hijacked the freighter, saying, "No, do not go south, go north." They are not castaways, they are pirates.
Italy's coalition government has set a goal of curbing migration into the country, while the European Union has now announced it will suspend maritime patrols that have been rescuing thousands of refugees and asylum seekers. Instead, it plans air patrols and close coordination with Libya, which is the main starting point for refugees and migrants trying to cross the sea from North Africa to Europe. We spoke to London Metropolitan University senior research fellow George Samueli, who thinks that the migration crisis, in fact, is NATO's fault.
Well, I think it's the problem that Europeans are going to have is that you have this very powerful forces within Europe that are welcoming the migrants. I'm sure that the initial response of the Maltese authorities will be, we are not letting anybody in. But now will come all the human rights, the Amnesty International, the George Soros crowd will say, my God, this is inhumane. European civilization is coming to an end. These are people fleeing from those horrific tortures and murder and rape. You have to let them in. And I think in those circumstances, it's going to be very hard for the Maltese and the Italians to say no.